Real Genetic Demon, and this is What's on the Tape, Season 5, Volume 5. So we're about halfway through this time round. It's actually the Christmas season at the moment, and unfortunately I never got round to that Christmas compilation. I'll have to do it at some point. Unfortunately, I ended up working. So, though, for today's exciting delve into the past, we have a mighty W.H. Smith tape. We often find that these ones works quite well, actually. We've had some good British made. We've had some good success with these, actually. So let's have a look and see what we've got inside here. Well, this sounds incredibly exciting. Letter Maker. A bit late for that one, really, because if we were going to write to Santa, we should have been writing to Santa earlier than after Christmas. Anyway, what else have we got? And something been Tipp-X out. That doesn't always necessarily follow as being good. But let's see what it says on the inside. We have Letter Maker. And we have Gift from the Gods. Now, I like Gift from the Gods. It came in one of those lovely cardboard boxes that sort of opened up. I'm sure I've got it somewhere around. So I'll put a picture on the screen of Gift of the Gods. Gift of the Gods, one of those games, just kind of liked it. It was an ocean game. It was about, was it? I want to say Apollo. I think you're Apollo, and you're kind of working your way through trying to help Zeus out as usual. So we've had some good success with that one. So well, those ones before and last. So we've got that one, and we've also got this one, which says don't load. We've had quite a few of this by the same person. Don't load and match point. So match point. Oh, I guess that's tennis. That'll be tennis, won't it? Cool. Right, so we've got Full Throttle, which I think is a racing bike game. Not played that one before. I've heard its name before, but I've never played it before. And this is an EMI tape. This is the same people who make, producers of music. So on this side, we've got Full Throttle and Match Point, followed by, on the other side, this is a C20, Monty Mole. It's very badly scrawled. I don't know if you can see that or not. I'm hoping you can pick that up. It says Monty Mole, so I'm going to assume that's Wanted Monty Mole. If we have to fall back to the PlayZX, we'll have to see whether that's that one. So we've got those ones, and as a reserve and always played anyway, we've got this sneak preview, which is Dark Side incentive software, I think it is, and we've got The Last Ninja 2. Now, The Last Ninja 2. It's quite a spectacular game for an isometric. I'm not a big fan of isometrics, but that's one of the few I am. It kind of looks the business. Now, I've got a copy of this that was sent to me by my lovely friend Andre. I'll put a link to his channel below. He sent me a copy of it. He thought it's a bit scruffy. I said, it doesn't matter. It's Last Ninja 2. We've got to have it anyway. So I have a bit scruffy one, but it's all right. Interesting to see the tab still on the top of this, actually. Let's hope it's not been recorded over. However, if it has been, we'll see if there's anything exciting. Look at that neon, fluorescent sort of tape in there. It's beautiful. Gotta love the 80s, haven't you, for that kind of stuff. Anyway, so we've got that one. 88, that one is, the sneak preview. So, without further ado, on that one to our side, we will order that one in a tape drive. Okay, so we're back, right. Okay, first things first, let's go to the old basic and let's do load dit. Now this should be a Gift from the Gods. I have queued it up though on, he says it should be Gift from Gods, except it's on the wrong side of the tape. Let's start that again. This should be Letter Writer. Or Letter Writer, was it called? Hang on, what's it called? Oh, terrible, aren't I here? That's a bad start. Let's have a little look. This one should be Letter Maker, that's what it's called. Just popping the tape out there. So this is Letter Maker. So it'll load dit. Let's load speech mark. So we got that going. Right. In we go. And it's going to load, hopefully, Letter Maker. I have no idea what this is. I'm going to assume it's either some kind of old style word processor and or word publisher, sort of publisher type thing. Letter. Here we go. Loading. But this is going to be one of them new ones on me. I've not... out of data. Oh, that was weird. Did you hear that? There was like a stop there all of a sudden. There was a mad sort of start and then not start. We can maybe press run on this. See what it is. It looks like... Oh. Oh, is this a homemade one? I'm gonna have a quick look on PlayZX because it might not be, but then again it might be. Let's have a little look on there. I could hear the background there of my phone affecting it again. So sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't. Letter maker. No, not a game. Well, not a game. I'm going to say it's not a game at all. It's clearly something that somebody has written. Let us see. Let's see what else we can find here. These are always the best kind of starts when you find something that shouldn't be there or you've not seen before. So let's do a new here and let's just get this all cleared off and start again. New. Let's do load dit because there was definitely more. There's more data afterwards. There was like a break and then data. So let's see whether or not we get something else here. Whether this is the next part of Letter Maker. Letter Maker. Ooh, okay. Letter Make. Couldn't make maker. This is somebody's coded program again. Another one out of data. So can't whatever it is. It's not quite. It's not quite right. I wonder where there says format error cannot center, and then it runs. There's something not quite right about this. Let's just push the run button. Out of data 3010.1. Let's list that. So it's 3010.1. So it reads $A. So it can't start from that particular point. $A is keyboard input. Not sure because you can see it further down line 70, 80, 85, 90. It says $A. I can't remember what len means. This is the thing that's going to confuse me. Can't remember what that means. Let's see if there's anywhere else we can start the program from. There's a go to 50 at the end there. Let's try running it from 50 and see if we can get that to do anything. No, variable's not found. Okay, let's clear this and let's try loading it again. I'll see if we can find something else. I always like this. This is a good one for the ending the year on a high, mid season as well for the thing itself. That's really good. So it's a program called Letter Maker. There's probably one that came from in your Sinclair or Sinclair user or something similar. That those kind of things. Why am I doing load it? Let's do list because it's still crashing. I still assume it's failing at the same place. Was it still when we did run? Does it still fail yet? Line 30. So if we run 50, see if we can. 59 even 50. No, right, okay. Can't quite see the point that we enter the program from because not everybody. It was kind of a way to stop you copying it in a way that the program would start from a specific other point. It was also so that you could put when you're programming. You often create subroutines, so small sections of code that are in a separate section that you reference and then come back to. Some people put them at the top, some people put them at the bottom. I used to put them further down. But that used to always leave you with a little bit of space issue, if that makes sense. So you sometimes started your program from like line say 200, and then those first 199 lines above. Was space for your subroutines to go, so that maybe one was the key presses or inputs and whatever else it was. It seems a bit advanced really for basic, but that's the general gist of it. Let's keep going because we're at some point I'm hoping we get the final Letter Maker working elements of it. We'll keep trying. We're pushing forward. Letter Maker. Letter Make. Here we go. There's loads of them on here, so it's like all the code's on here. And an R-tape error. Not a good start. This is going to be hard to sort of do with something else, if that makes sense. We're going to struggle to get this to load for any way other than via this tape. Oh, I've rewound it. Fingers crossed it's not too destroyed. And the R-tape doesn't occur again. Nope. Do you hear it? There was like a boom noise in the middle of that. I can't see it on the tape. Oh, hang on. There is some pitting on the tape. This probably doesn't bode well for when we do try and do Gift from the Gods, but we'll give it a try. So what we'll do is we'll keep trying to load this, and we'll give it another whirl. Because I bet that this isn't the final version. Whatever we've got here is not the final version. So we got data probably. There's his data. Okay, that's definitely not. It's a longer load though. You know, it's a longer load here. Tempted to fast forward a little bit, but I don't want to go too far because it wasn't like massive long loads. It was a longer load. Quite impressively long load, actually. I'm nodding my head here and sort of going, that's a long load. Letter Maker. I'm going to fast forward a bit now. Wow, that's a very long load all of a sudden. Oh, you know, that sounds like a screen loading. Wow. So, when we get to the third or fourth attempt to get it on, it clearly becomes the whole program, because we are now fast forwarding through what seems like vast amounts of data. Let's see what happens now. We've found a space. Hopefully there's something left, but this is only a C15 tape, so we've only got and that's just straight into data. So that unfortunately that label maker load there, or letter maker load there, was probably our entire. That's a bit of a shame. Come on, let's give it another try. It's not something I've ever heard of. I'm going to quickly have a little look and see if I can find it on the old interweb. It's not one that I've heard of, ZX Spectrum wise, but it doesn't mean that it isn't something that isn't there. Letter maker. Can't spell. Letter maker. There's one called Text Maker that's out there. It was a database program. Oh no, it isn't. Sorry, I apologise. It was a word processing utility from Russia, a Russian one. The authors are some gentleman called Eraser and Predator. Sounds kind of cool, doesn't it? Even on drop-down menus and whatever else it is. But that's definitely not. That's definitely not what we've got there. Right, I'm afraid we're kind of stuck with that one. That's not the best of starts, but at the same time, it's nice to see and something again from history that we've pulled out of the tape, and sort of kind of preserved slightly by doing something from here. Right, okay. So I'm just rewinding the tape now. I've got Gift from the Gods. As I said before, this is one where I think we represent Apollo helping Zeus out again. I quite liked it. It's one of those ones that really, it's a lot of games. It was a brilliant thing. It was absolutely brilliant because it created a community that's not quite like the community we've got nowadays, in the sense of community now tends to be sort of groups on Facebooks and forums and things like that, which is not a bad thing. But this is the communities that were surrounding sort of computer game magazines. So you would have this game, and you would draw your own map, probably with embellish it with some little diagrams and little bits and pieces on it, some exciting bits and pieces, and then you'd submit it to the sort of Your Sinclair and Crash and whatever else, and they would, and if you were lucky enough, they would publish your map within the magazine. And this is one of those games that requires that kind of thing. It requires a map to really do it. I mean, memorizing it. We used to do it. If you played the game a lot, I think you memorised them. Did you? I don't know about you, but I certainly did. I always felt that if I had one, I was kind of memorising it for, because I played it a lot, I would memorise those maps. I was quite good with Attic Attack back in the day. I'm not so good with it nowadays because basically I don't play it regularly enough to really kind of get that map burned into my brain, because there's some funny sub-rooms within Attic Attack that kind of multi-link further upstairs, so there's less rooms on the very top floor than there are on the 2 floors below, so they don't entirely screen for screen fall on top of each other, if that makes sense. So yeah, there we go, gift. There we go. I remember first playing this. I mean, I think it was given a magazine cover release from Sinclair User. It was given a really nice sort of re-release on that for as a cover magazine game. But I also think it was given a rather nice sort of box for the Spectrum. I just really liked them. I mean, Ultimate, the Play the Game, they really went to town with these sort of cardboard boxes things. They're almost, I don't know, they're brilliant. They're really nice. They look the business. They had those they had a beautiful I don't know, matte black boxes. I'll put one on the screen of the Gift for the Gods anyway. You can see, and these matte and black boxes, and you had these. There we go. It's brilliant. Look, because he's got flying boots and all kinds of things. He's fighting stuff. And that's all kind of. I mean, if anything, that's all in-game graphics. It's cool. But yeah, they had these lovely matte black boxes with these labels just stuck beautifully on them. These beautiful glossy labels stuck onto the front of them. And then you opened this box up, and it had it was like a book. It had it had a spine, and you'd open this thing up, and inside with plastic inlay with your tape in the middle of that, and a beautiful glossy pamphlet, which was your instructions and whatever else. They are, without doubt, a piece of art, let alone anything else. I mean, they're absolutely stunning pieces of art. I mean, especially the Ultimate ones. They were just beautiful. But for Ocean, this is one of the few Ocean ones I can think of that had the similar sort of styling, and I think that drew me to it more than necessarily the game itself. I think the game itself is okay. I wouldn't, but it's not what I'd rave about. I wouldn't rave about Gift from the Gods. I think it's a very good game, but I don't think it's one that. If other things stick in my mind before that, Underworld from Ultimate sticks in my mind beforehand, in the sense of that box and that case and the way it looks, it's just absolutely stunning. And as I say, if I find it and I've got it handy, I'll take a picture and I'll stick it on the screen. You can have a little look at it. It's just it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It looks absolutely gorgeous. It looks really good. So I do hope you've got coffee again, because we'll be a little while with this. Shame the first part didn't go particularly well, but we're going to be a while with it. And just make sure you've got your coffee and have a quick swig whenever you get a chance. I'm going to have one now. I do love coffee. Oh, it's good stuff. Right. Anyway. Oh, something I'm also really looking forward to when we get to I know there are only sneak previews on this one of the games, Dark Side and Last Ninja 2, but I'm kind of looking forward to seeing those, because again, certainly during I've got the originals, yeah, true. Well, I don't actually have Dark Side, funnily enough. One of those, I think it's a very big box one. I was more I knew that was going to happen. Thankfully, I've got this queued up on my tape thing, so I'll just rewind that and we'll get the old sort of tape on the PlayZX. It's all in the description below. If you ever need PlayZX, it's there. Your old car adapter to plug it all in. It's right there for convenience. Let's pop this in here. Okay. Right, press that play button. Let's do the load to dip. And let's fire it up on the old mobile. Let's get it going. Play. There we go. Beautiful, strong bars floating by. So yeah, it just those particular games, those sort of Last Ninja and Dark Side. I think, as I say, Dark Side was one of the big boxes. And that, as I was saying before, as a kid, I mainly would have been double jewel cases, which I really like. I think they're still beautiful today, because they had this a little bit extra space for the developers and the artists to put those beautiful arts on covers onto them. And then I mainly had single jewels, because I was mostly a budget buyer. I was terrible. I think I said this last week, but terrible with sort of money as a kid. I would just, the moment I got pocket money, I was out the door, down the market, grabbing whatever I could get. Usually it was a combination, isn't it? Did Codemasters appear straight away? Just a question for you. I mean, if you apply in the comment, I don't remember Codemasters being there right at the, you know, at that sort of 1982, 83 time when I got my Spectrum. I think I'm sure there was other makes and makes out there. I think Mastertronic was the one that really struck me when I was sort of early into it. I mean, it didn't take long for them to get there, but it was Mastertronic that was mainly my go-to things. And then they added MAD, didn't they? Which was Mastertronic Added Value. That's what it was called. Added Dimension. Sorry, Added Dimension. Not value. Added Dimension, that was it. So you had the MAD games, and the MAD games were like the slightly better ones, so they could charge $2.99 for those instead of the usual $1.99. I mean, to be fair, Spectrum games have always been, were always inexpensive for the most part. I mean, even when you had the top of the range ones, you know, you'd be a Green Berets at £7.99. And I remember buying that. I was absolutely delighted with it. It was so good. Still is to this day. It's one of the best Spectrum games in the sense of how it plays and feels in comparison to the arcade. Just absolutely phenomenal. It's a bit like Renegade. Renegade is also an unbelievable conversion. In fact, I would go as far as to say with Renegade that it's better than the arcade on the Spectrum. It is by without doubt just an amazing conversion, but not conversion, because it doesn't feature some of the levels and bits and pieces that the arcade does, but it does feature all of the moves and whatever else it is that goes with it. And to be fair, if you played the arcade version, then you play Spectrum version, I think you'd be hard pressed to say that the Spectrum version wasn't really comparable or even more of a better version of it. It's just really good. So. But we're back with Gift for the Gods. I remember playing this on my friend's computer. He had one of these special tapes with this on, and then he had the original as well. And I remember seeing the original. I thought, and I say, just the cover on it is one of those things. Really liked it. Liked the look of it. I'm a bit of a sucker for the art. I know that quite a lot of people are. The art of the time. Was, oh my goodness, it's gonna be one of those days. Is it gonna be one of those days? Don't be one of those days. Don't work. Well, I'm gonna give it one more blast, and then what we'll do is I will put in the Div MMC later, and we'll blast it on with that if this doesn't work. So we'll hit the loader again. We'll go with the full loader this time round. I feel like we've been here before with Gift from the Gods, you know. I don't think I've played it before on the channel, but I just feel like I've been here before. Just one of those things. Love it when these things don't work properly. I'd like to at least show you. RAM test passed. What the heck was this? Hang on. RAM test passed. Hang on, this is weird. I've never seen this before. What's going on here? So I'm loading Gift from the Gods. I stopped it on the tape and I'm playing it off the thing. And then Shift A. What the heck's happened here? Test all the keys. Whoa, what have I done here? What is this? What's gone on here? What has happened? Anybody else ever seen this before? When I loaded Gift for Gods with the loader on PlayZX there, it has gone and done what we were looking at on the screen here. Press enter if you heard the sound. Oh, I did hear the sound. Whoa! I don't two joysticks in, but that is so weird. Press enter if you heard the sound. I did hear the sound. What is this? Cute quit printing. Was this something built into Gift from the Gods?
Wow. What was this? This is weird. I did the loader, we'd put the thing in it, the gift from the gods loaded, and it loaded into that. That was weird. Wow. Okay. I don't even know what to say about that. That's been a bit of a weird one, really. Anybody ever else done that before with gift from the gods? Loaded it on the loader and caused it to go into some kind of, I don't know, test bed for it? That's kind of weird. Okay, well, without further ado, we'll move on, and I will put the Dev MC in later, and we'll give Gift from a Gods a blast, because we can definitely get that to load on there, because it just loads a different way, doesn't it? It just loads it kind of into memory. So, right, so we are on to, this is full throttle. I'm kind of a little bit weirded out by that one. That was strange. Not what I expected to happen there at all. In fact, I'm not expected to happen for most of this video anyhow. I expected it to load and work. So a lot of background noise on this one. Full Throttle. Not a game I've ever played. Is it Microgen? Same people, or is it Microgen? Mega? Might be Micro Mega. Thinking about it, because they were the people who did. Oh look, lovely colours. They were the people who did 3D Death Chase, I think. Micro Mega or Microgen, can't remember. You'll know. You'll put it in the comments below, because you always know. Always know better than I do. Always know better than I do. It said don't load though. So there's a good chance we don't load. Yeah, that'll be about right. R-tape error. Micro Mega. Hey, I was right with that. Right, okay. 1984. Let's find that on here and we'll load that. We're gonna have to pop that back in at some point though, so I'll just pop that tape out and we'll go from there. But we're gonna have to pop that one back in. We are looking for Full Throttle. Micro Mega Full Throttle. We have found it. Let's give this a blast. Let's see if it doesn't do anything weird like it just did a moment ago, because that confused the heck out of me, doing that kind of weird whatever it was doing. Right, let's do this. Full Throttle. Motorcycle game. In my weird and wonderful sort of previous sort of work that I used to do, funnily enough, I went to Carl Fogarty's house. Now, he used to be a superbike champion back in the day. I think he was in the jungle-y thing. Fortunately, I don't really do celebrities, so I was very much like, yeah, all right. Here's your iPhone. Bad Anna. Oh, terrible. Yeah. But, yes. Oh, look! Much better. Full Throttle. Is it the same guy who did... It is, it's the same guy who did 3D Death Chase. So this must have been his encore to 3D Death Chase, which is seen as universally acclaimed by the Spectrum community as one of the greatest Spectrum games ever. I'm sure it's like, if there's a chart, it's like number 5 for everybody. Is it number 5 for me? I don't know, it's definitely in my top 10, I would say, because it's just universally a great game. So this must have been his next game along. I don't even know if I've got this. I feel like I should, but I probably don't. There's so many Spectrum games, though, it's kind of almost impossible to own them all. That's the main thing. It's just, there are so many... just so many homebrew creations that were sold in magazines or newspapers, sold, to the publishers, and there was. They talk about this crash in the 80s, of computers and all this kind of stuff. I don't really remember it because I was there. And there was meant to be a crash, and everything was meant to be going really badly. But I still kept on getting computer games and doing other things. Was the crash because of the hardware not being sold? I suppose if you've already had the hardware, then you wouldn't want to buy any new hardware. But the games were definitely still being sold, and we were definitely still playing them. So I don't know. It's just a bit of a weird one for me. That they talk about it as the market falling apart, but I just don't remember it. I don't remember feeling any kind of the gaming and spectrums and computing and all the other bits and pieces was collapsing around my ears. I don't remember any of it happening like that. Let's see if we can change this. Keyboard Protec interface 2. Is this interface 2? We'll try. We'll see whether or not we can work this. Donington. Oh look. Space to select. I'm gonna move the mouse. I'm gonna move the key, the phone away because it's making that stupid noise again. There we go. Better. All right, you can choose the. I always quite like Silverstone because it's got some nice there's some nice corners in it, but it's fairly smooth. It's a fast course, so let's go with that one. Let's do practice and hope for my joystick is going to work, otherwise we'll be guessing keys. Oh yeah, we're going to work. Interface 2 is Sinclair. Oh, it's quite good. And it's very smooth as well. Mind you, I don't suppose I should expect anything less from the chap who created Death Chase. Death Chase was, as I say, an absolutely amazing bike game, and you felt like you were fully involved with it. It was a very good bike game. Well, that's very smooth indeed. Now I need some race against some bikers. Oh, well, lovely. Here we go. Yeah, that's good. I think we've got to do 4 laps, though. I'm sorry, I may have put too many laps on here for the practice, but that's actually quite good. I quite like that. I'm using the Competition Pro today. It's sent to me by the lovely Daryl. Thank you, Daryl. I'm giving it a... And it's playing really nicely. I'm using this little magical swapper thing that I've got, which basically just rewires the output port from the Sinclair joysticks on the back of it. You could probably build it yourself. It's not very exciting. It's just a 9-pin to 9-pin male and female sort of conversion with some wires swapped over so that you can just plug any old joystick into it, which is really useful actually, to be honest with you. I was too lazy. I actually bought one off eBay. You can find them there. But it works really well, and it's really nice because you can use, you don't limit it to some of the more interesting joysticks that Sinclair had, especially its own brand, which was that a version of the Amstrad one, the Sinclair one, but not quite as good. The horrible grey one that everybody has, or the horrible black one with a little single sort of fire button on the top. Was that a variation of that? I quite have a feeling it was. I have a feeling it was a variation of that original joystick. This is really quite good, actually. It's really quite smooth. It plays quite well as well. You get a real sense of speed. You do feel like you're flying around the courses here. Yeah, no, I just wondered whether it was an Amstrad joystick. It just feels like it was an Amstrad joystick. But wasn't the Amstrad one micro-switched? I think it was. Might be very wrong about that. But I feel it was micro-switched. It might be, as I said, it might be wrong. This is going really well. I feel like I'm doing okay on this. Doing 5. I don't want to do more 5 laps though. How do I quit? Quit. There must be a quit button somewhere. There, quit. I don't know what happened there. To restart. Right. Okay. So number of laps. Let's change it to 2 because I don't want to do more than that. 4 to start racing. Let's do it. Oh wow, that's a grid and a half, and they all took off like a rocket. 40 riders though. That's a lot of riders. I don't know how well I'm going to do here. I can get the 30. Not sure about them flashing though. That that's kind of a bit difficult to kind of look at. I just want to pass one. Let me pass you. I don't want to come 40th. Oh, I think I broke my bike. Oh no, it's because I was driving off the edge of the road. Or edge of the track, should I say. Oh my goodness! Fire button doesn't do anything, I was just trying it there. Oh, I got into trouble there, went beep beep. Taking me ages to get faster again now after I've sort of sideswiped that other bike. Here we go. Oh, you can hear it sort of making that noise as you're going around the corner. Is that more a car noise? I don't know what bike's noise. Must be a bike noise too. Squealing away on a bike. Reminds me of Speaking 2. I was a very big fan of Speaking 2 because that was one-on-one basically speaking. But I haven't passed a single biker. I was 40th. Rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. You're rubbish. Final position 40th. Naff. I was naff. Right, let's go on. This should be, hopefully, I'm going to fast forward this now. This is going to be Match Point, which is a I don't know which version this will be. This could be a number of versions. I think Konami did a version of it. Or a version of this. It's just tennis basically. And I think as well there is also an old Sinclair version. I don't know who did that version of it, but there was a version of it there. Let's see. Just fast forwarding a little bit till we find a space. And that's the end of this thing. Nope. We're almost there. There we go. There's a space. We got a gap. Some terrible background noise. Hopefully. No, I'm not going to break the song. Well, not yet, quite yet. Here we go. So that W.H. Smith tape was a bit of a loss, wasn't it? Really. We'll get gift from the gods on from the Div M&C though. We'll do that after we've done this. Yeah, this could be the Sinclair one. I only say that because we've got the cyan background. It seemed to be a very Sinclair colour, if that makes sense. It was kind of the colour that you got with Cyan Games when they did quite a few games. Company that I don't think they exist anymore. I think they got eaten by somebody. They used to make handheld computers at one point, which were quite useful, I guess, for something. Not sure what. I've got a really old. Yeah, there you go. Scion Match Point. That's exactly the one I was thinking of. Yeah, they must have been useful for something. They used to. I've seen them used to sort of in stock taking things years and years ago. That's what they were used for, stock taking. You used to be able to put sort of stock and details in it, but you had to program them yourself as well. There was a lot of that involved. I know there was software packs as well. That was the way they used to install software with cartridges. What a clever way that was. So cartridges, software via cartridges, and memory was that installed that way as well. It's quite not a bad idea, I guess. I guess if they'd stayed with it, they probably would have been. You probably would have seen them as telephone providers in the future. Can you imagine that? I can see that. I kind of see them being that BlackBerry, whatever else is. But the thing is, people often make mistakes that when it comes to technology that often end in their demise. I mean, Nokia stuck with the wrong operating system when everybody had started to move to either Apple or you were Android, and Nokia stuck with this thing called Symbian, which was apparently very difficult to program for. And although they were a brand leader at one point, everybody preferred an easier thing to do, and it was really easy to get your Android onto everything. It's kind of there's no I don't think the costing of it was very expensive, so it just, and you didn't have to have a dev kit specifically provided by Nokia, and it's the same with BlackBerry. BlackBerry went that way. They stuck with their operating system when what their strength was, when they didn't realise it. Their strength was their business applications, their secure messaging system, their secure sort of email system that all integrated with a secure getting to the phones. If they'd concentrated on that and shifted it to Android, you'd probably find an awful lot more BlackBerry devices out there. I don't know if they still make them. Do they still make them? I think they do, but they're very relegated. They're not. They used to be like the business hand mobile of their time, and now they're not. Unfortunately, it's a real shame because I had a few BlackBerries in my time and I quite enjoyed them. I thought they were really good, but as I say, they lost their way, especially when Android came along and just kind of ploughed its way through everything. And instead of concentrating on hardware and their apps that they were good at, rather than let somebody else do the operating system. It's one of the funny thing about this is it's one of those things. It's kind of easy to step away from it. I mean, Apple did the same thing. They stepped away from their operating system. Their operating system now is just a themed or skinned version of a Unix system called BDS. It's bleeding edge Unix system, and it's free and open source and developed by a community, and Apple just use it on their devices. In fact, they use it if you look in the phones about on an iPhone, you'll find an awful lot of open source licensing, because why do it twice? The hardware itself and computing has gone the same sort of directions. The same things happen. There's still network interfaces. There's various other bits and pieces that are all very similar devices. Why fight it? Unless you're developing something absolutely radical and different, it's very hard to say to somebody, well, that's significantly different than that. The only thing it really applies to is video cards and the amount of processing on them, and that's just data processing at the end of the day. Anyway, here we are. We're at the menu. We've got the quarterfinals. We've got an exhibit match. We use spacebar to select, 0 to choose your choice. Ooh, right. Sinclair joystick. I think we've got that in, haven't we? Highlighted choice. Press C. Right, look. So we have set. I'm tempted to do the keyboard though. Yeah. Left. O. P. Down. Up. Player 2. Oh. Damn. There's a player 2. Let's make yours left, right, down, up. There. Hold and abort. There, we've done those. Right, okay, space. Let's play a one-player game. 0. Enter. Enter my name. That's me. Computer's name is... He's called Fred. Computer's called Fred. Right. That's me at the bottom. Oh, yes. Actually, not too bad. Oh, missed it, though. There we go. Come on, Fred. That's me bashing it back. Yes, scored a point. Oh, brill. Better than I thought it was going to be, actually. Oh, no. Oh, he's got another point. Come on, Fred. Oh, no. Ball boy. It's quite good, actually. I've got the original of this with a silver box somewhere. Oh, I was just not watching properly there. Let's do that. He's gone. Now we bash that back in the middle. Oh, I've got it. I've got a point. Yes. Ooh. Out. Second serve. There we go. No, missed it. Damn. Game, Fred. Okay, Fred. Oh, missed it. Damn. We bashed it back. Yeah, it's got a point. Cool. Concentrating on this one. I don't mind a decent tennis game. I kind of like them on the Game Boy. There was I think it was Mario's version of it. It was quite good, actually. It was not too bad at all. I really quite enjoyed that. This isn't a bad tennis, actually, for the Spectrum. I'm quite enjoying it. This is the Scion match point. Nice, throwing it to there. So, second serve. Come on, then. I'm guessing it only goes to one set, because that would be a lot of sets otherwise. Oh no, let it go through. Game Fred. My turn. Let's bash this back. Yes. Oh no! I'm rubbish! Oh, second serve. I'm going for it. Missed it. Just a little bit of, just a bit for me. It's the, I'm struggling with the tennis racket. I'm struggling to whack it back in the right place. Oh, game Fred. Fred's well and truly beaten me here, by the way. I think Fred's going to be the new Wimbledon champion. Go on, Fred. There we go. I'm trying to angle it back. Oh, I've managed to hit the net. Damn. Ball boy. I like the way they keep running backwards and forwards. It's really nice touches, actually. Some really nice. It's smooth as well. It's not what I was expecting. For a very early game, it's very smooth indeed. Plays really nicely. I like also the way that they animated the crowd a little bit, and it's a nice thing. It's not a lot. You're looking at the crowd going saying, "What do you mean animated the crowd?" What they've done is they kind of make the crowd swells a little bit. They get thicker, and it just gives that movement, that feeling that they're moving, they're alive when you're actually playing the game. So not just the interaction here. You've got obviously your umpire and your ball boys and things like that. No, it just a nice feeling. Oh, it's got some points there. I can't believe it. Oh, and I scored a point there. Okay. Oh, missed it. Oh, advantage. Oh, he's bashed it into there. Advantage, Fred. Fred could win this one. Oh, Fred's won. 4 games to Fred. It basically goes to 6 games. I'm tempted to carry on just to see what happens when Fred wins. See if Fred gets like a little celebration, but I don't know. We'll see. Oh, I'm doing very well. I'm really doing really well with this one. Oh no! I said that, and then of course I jinxed myself instantaneously. Oh, me and Fred are having no fun at all. Come on, Fred! There we go. Oh, I've got it! That was a good one. Kind of smashed that one past him. No! 40-40. Oh. Oh, vantage Fred. Come on then, Fred. No, 40-40. Oh, I'm trying to get to the net. That's the main thing. If you get to the net and you can then whack it back in a completely different direction, that's the kind of tennis-y thing. There we go. Game Fred. Fred is absolutely killing it, by the way. Oh, like apart from that bad service there. But Fred's killing it. Go on, Fred! Out! Oh, got a point. Well done, Fred. Oh, missed it. I thought I had it there. I did not. We did not have it. Oh. concentrating on this one. I'm enjoying it. Oh, look at this for a little rally going on. Oh, I've scores! I scored. I've got points. There you go, Fred. There we are, Fred. Am I on the verge of... No. No, it was too much to ask. I thought I was on the verge of winning one. No, all of a sudden it's going badly again. You think to yourself, oh, match point, here we go. Match point. He's got it. Match to Fred, press any key, and it's all over. Well, I was hoping there was going to be a little bit of celebration, but there wasn't any celebration there. Really enjoyed that. Match point. Let's get this flipped over and see if we've got Monty Mole on the other side. We got some, this has been better than I thought it was going to be. That full throttle was a bit of a surprise there. I was actually quite surprised how good that was. I don't know why I didn't think it wouldn't be, if that makes sense. I don't know. It's just something in my head didn't say that said sort of it could be a bad one, but it's not. It was a good one in the end. Really enjoyed that one. Right, okay. Here we go. This should be Monty Mole, but I don't know which version because there's like a few, isn't there? Is there 5? 5 if you include the Christmas one. I think that's the thing. You've got 5 including the... Oh, that doesn't sound happy. Let's go back. Is it 5? We've got Wanted Monty Mole, Be the Same Monty, Monty on the Run, maybe 4. Moley Christmas is the other one I can think of. Can't think of any others. That's not very happy. Let's try that again. One more. We'll resort to going to the old tape, the old PlayZX. Nah, it doesn't look happy, does it? It doesn't look like... I'm just going to have a quick look at the cover again here. There could be something else on here. I'll tell you what I'll do is a quick fast forward while that's going, and we'll see whether or not... I'm going to have a look for Wanted Monty Mole, because that's the one we should go for, I think. Very tough. Love it, though. Great looking game. Alright, I'm going to push play there. I'm going to put Monty Mole in here because it doesn't come with it. Monty is Innocent was the other one. Monty on the Run, Monty is Innocent. Which ones have we got? We've not got Wanted Monty Mole. It hasn't got Wanted Monty Mole. That's not, didn't expect that not to be there. I'm just checking this tape to see if there's anything else here. Where are we at with that? About halfway through. Let's see if there's anything else. That's a screen loading. So we might have just missed what the data there. Let's just check in this one. I'm going forward again now. That's definitely a screen loading. That's the sound of a screen loading. All Spectrum owners know the sound of a screen loading. It's a long way through the tape. I didn't think Monty Mole was such a long loader. Ah! Here we go. Nope. Nothing there. Ah, it's not a good tape. We've had one good load off it. Match point. No, we're not getting anywhere with that one. Right, that's a bit of a disappointment, really. Right, I tell you what I'm going to do. It's because it isn't actually on PlayZX. So instead of loading it off there, I think I've got the original tape, and I think it loads. So I'm going to go grab the original tape of Monty Mole. It's not too far away. I know it isn't. I saw it the other day. Where are you, Monty Mole? I know you're not far away because I've tried it and played it the other day because I quite like it, even though it's really hard. Hang on a second. 1 second. Do you just stay there? I'm just going to have a look. It's over here somewhere. Hang on. I'm over here. Oh, it's looking at me. And it's set out looking at me just because I guess I must have played it recently. I thought, yeah, let's get Monty Mole on. There we go. It's the original one as well. It's the original Gremlin graphics one. Looks beautiful actually. I remember this was one of those games that was, I'm sure it was like $5.99. And I remember going to the W.H. Smith's or wherever it was, somewhere like that. W.H. Smith's probably. And I remember quite lusting after it and thinking that I would quite like it and I would want it. And I didn't really have it until a lot later. A few of my friends had it and I always had it. And I had sort of had it. I got it, special later. But it's just one of those games that I really wanted but never had, and really liked. So recently I bought a copy on eBay, and it's a cracking game. It really is. It's a game of its time in the sense of that Monty is cold in the winter. It's kind of governmentally aimed at things. Monty needs to warm up for the winter, so he needs to collect some coal to keep him warm. There's all kinds of sort of comments about. It's 21 levels as well, by the way. It's written by Peter Harrop. Yeah, at the bottom of the screen there. Anyway, but it's all about, you see, that's Arthur Scargill there. He's the miners' union, and he's not happy that Monty's gone sort of through the mines taking coal for itself to keep himself warm. So it's very much of its time in that sense that it was there. Now this is the proper version of Wanted Monty Mole. You ever played Monty Mole on the Commodore 64? Oh dear God. It's like somebody didn't even realise, or they didn't even try the Spectrum version or a different version. And this could happen, by the way. This happened quite a lot, that you could have different variations and versions as things went on and time changed. There was different things. The Commodore version was different from the Spectrum. The Spectrum was different from the Amstrad. It was always pretty commonplace that was the case. But when it comes to Monty Mole, the differences between Monty Mole on the Commodore 64 and the Spectrum are vast. It is like a totally different game. There are nods to each other, I think, with the very start of the level. But the Commodore one is like one great big mishmash of a map, whereas the Spectrum one is a screen at a time, where you can come and go from the screens, but sort of screen at a time adventure type thing. And I don't know what they did with the Commodore version. It was not very good, I'm afraid. It was really poor in comparison to the Spectrum version. Spectrum version is by far the daddy when it comes to Monty Mole. Wanted Monty Mole, that is. Sorry, coffee. But I wonder if you just wanted to call it Monty, considering that loading screen. Just Monty. Not Monty Mole, not Wanted Monty Mole, just Monty. I guess he's wanted though, because he's wanted for stealing coal from the whole thing. Actually, to be fair, that loading screen and the cover of the two things are very good, very similar to each other. Oh, bless me. Sorry about that. I'm glad I moved away from the mic. It's been brewing that one for a little while. That sneeze. It's been sort of waiting, to come out and sort of sneeze. It's just loading. I'm watching pensively. The keys are even in here. I even know the keys for a change. Isn't that amazing? We actually got the right keys. I actually know the keys. It's terrible shape, my copy of it, really, though. It's falling apart. OPQ, A, and space. I can live with those. Those are good keys. Well, it's actually B to space. They work for me perfectly. That's what you ended up with the spacebar, though, wasn't it? When you moved to the +2 or even to the Plus, Spectrum Plus, the toast rack. Once you moved away from the rubber key keyboard, you stopped using M as the key. M used to be the fire key because it was just the perfect location for your fingers. But once we got space bars that were in kind of a better location, we went to space bars, which is fine. So an age of a game strangely by if they used QA, OP, and M instead of QA, OP, and space. So you you could tell the age of a game by that simple way that it worked. Here we go. And it loaded from the tape. We've done this before. It's not loaded, hasn't it? We love a little bit of loading from tape. Do 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 do. It's great. I don't think we can skip it though. I was just thinking we could skip it there, but we can't. I thought we could skip the music. I think we have to wait until it's done it. Oh no, we can skip it. We can skip it if you press anything other than spacebar and enter, which is bizarre. Right, okay, let us go. So there's our little Monty. And we got to jump over here. Now, there's two things to note here. Well, I'll just do it while I'm here, right? If you go in the mine now, there is no coal. Coal is a flashing item that's coal. You have to get a bucket to collect the coal in. So you have to go through here. You have to run along here. You have to grab a bucket. And then the very fat miner, with his beer gut hanging over the bottom there, chases you into the mine. And there he is. And now you can't get out again. But you see now there's coal. Those flashing coal items are there on the screen. So you can now collect coal. Now, I don't know if there's an amount of coal you have to actually collect to make Monty happy, if that makes sense, or to achieve Monty's goal in life of stealing coal. But it just seems like it's a very tough game. It's totally unforgiving. It really hates you because it kills you just from doing that. But the colours and the graphics are beautiful. It's a stunning game. Does suffer from a bit of lag in this first room though. It's a funny one, as I say. This first room's a bit slow, if that makes sense. All right, so we got to go up here. We can go on here. Don't drop too far. Right, jump up on here. I don't know why I'm trying to get this so obsessively because it's not necessary. Oh, and I died because I dropped too far. I'm just an idiot. Right. Anyway, so we've got all the coal from that room. On we go. Let's go up here. As I say, you've got only so far you can drop, otherwise it gets really upset. There's the coal there. Now, there's also items to pick up in the game. Now, I never really understand what these items are entirely for. There's one here, which I think's a candle putter outer, because you can pick up the candle. Yeah, there. So that puts out the candle so you can get past it. But they don't seem to hold past the room that you're in, which is fine. I think we have to escape out the other side of the mine with whatever coal we manage to grasp on the way through. So we'll go get some more coal down here. And there's a room further down. I just, for the life of me, I can't get out of it. We'll see if we can get to it. Here we go. Right. Let's get this one. There's a hammer. There's a key now. I don't know what the key's for. So I've got the hammer. Oh, damn. I just ran into him. Like an idiot. Can't kill him anyway with that, obviously. Why did Monty die so fast? Aren't 3 lives enough to last? The hazards that confront a mole in his search for precious coal. Don't let Monty die in vain. Press a key and start again. I love that. It's a lovely little poem that goes with the whole thing. Right, okay, let's go get his. Let's. We're on it. Oh, what a start! What an idiot! I can't believe how bad I was there. Go, go, go! There we go. Stealing a coal bucket, and off we go. Right, I'm just going to go down here. I'm going to try and get a bit of coal on the way, but I'm going to go down because I want to show you this bit that I always get stuck at, and then somebody can tell me in the comments below how you pass it, because it does my head in. And I can't get past it. It really does, because I just can't work out why I can't get past this particular section. It just makes no sense. Right, so that's definitely to put out the candle. So we got this, and I've got a thing that says crush, the top, crush, kill, crush, kill, crush, crush, kill. So we get down here and get that one. Totally uninterested in anything else other than getting out of this level. Let's go down here. Oh, damn it! Gotta move straight out of the way of that. Yeah, you do that. Then I'm gonna go down this rope here. Okay, so we're down here already. I should be able to still collect this. Oh my god, you can't drop off there. See, it's a really unforgiving game. It really doesn't like you in the slightest. It really doesn't. It doesn't want to play nice. It has no friends, and it just doesn't want to. It doesn't want to be. It doesn't want to be your friend either. It just wants to hurt you. A lot, repeatedly, painfully. I'm gonna have that bit of coal because it's just so easy to get, and I'm gonna have this one over here because it's easy to get as well. And I'm going to leave that up there because I can't be bothered to die creating crushed or falling off stuff. So, right, we've got that one. So we got that. And I'll get this. I'll put out this candle. I keep wanting to say calendar. I don't know why. Very weird. Okay. That was close. We got that. And down we go. Move out the way. And down. There's a drill there. I wonder what the drill's for. Do we think we need the drill? Let's take the drill. I think the items have some purpose in the game, and I don't know what they are. And I will admit my stupidity of this game is such that I have never established... Yes, you've got the candle there. Ooh, is it this room? No, it's not this room. So I get to this room here, and you pick up that, and you go down here, and you can pick up that thing, which I don't know what it does. And we have to get to this crusher. And it goes twice. It goes thump thump, and then it stops doing it, so we won't do that again. Oh, God. Can you believe I just did that? I can't believe I just did that. Let's have another go because I want to show you the room that I can't get past. Really annoying. And I think it's because I've got to collect all the items on the way by, and I'm just rubbish and keep not collecting all the items on the way by. There's like all these little specialist items you've got to collect to get past things. I'm sure of it. I think it's just my fault. There's that light bulb there, but you can't collect it at the beginning. I don't think. Right, let's get this bit of coal here. Let's go get this bit of coal here. Do it again. So Monty Paul was quite popular back in the day. A lot of people, I'm sure it got to quite a high number. The fact that they generated a lot more games very similar to it was testament to the fact that the mole was a hit. And I quite literally only ever had this one. Always found it incredibly difficult, and I never played the other ones. I played them recently on this. Well, I say recently, over the last year or so on the C64 Mini. That was something I played, and it was, as I said to you before, different. Not the games, not what I was expecting from the games. I think I'm going to go get that hammer because I think that's going to be important later. Let's get the hammer. I'm not bothered about the key or anything like that. I'm just getting a hammer. Get that hammer. Because there's some kind of wall that I can't get past, and it's really annoying that you can't get past it. But I love the graphics on this game. It looks great, really does. It looks really good. Right, there's a drill here as well, so I'm going to take the drill. And I'm going to climb down here. I'm going to go up here. Climb down like that. Grab this one, I can grab the yellow one of those, but I can't grab anything else. fell. Idiot. So you got to climb down the next bit to go over to that thing. Yeah, got that. We can collect this thing here. Like no entry sign or no smoking sign. No, you idiot! Oh God, why did I do that? I knew at the moment I did it, and the moment I stepped off, the moment I was kind of stupid enough to do that. Brilliant. Right, climb down. Down, 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 down. Right, keep an eye on this crusher. One. That was the double one, and I'd just gone down on it, although the double one was there. Arrgh! Oh, why did Monty die so fast? Aren't 3 lives enough to last the hazards of the confront a mole in his search for precious coal? No, they're not enough lives. We know that now for a fact. That there are not enough lives on Monty Mole's game at all, ever, for anybody to ever make it through that level. It's just not enough. And mind you, to be fair, I've seen people go complete the whole thing. But anyway, let's move on. We have, because we've got things to do, and you know, it's Christmas time, and it's almost the new, and it's almost the new year. So this is just something to whet your appetite, something exciting. So, right, we have the sneak preview tape now, and then we're going to do the DivMC of Gift from the Gods. I don't know whether to do this in 128k. No, let's just do it basic. I don't think we're too early for 128k, but I doubt this is 128k. So we'll just do this. So this is the demo of Dark something or other. I've completely forgotten what it was. That brilliant. Wasn't Dark Ellipse. This is, but I do remember about these ones. These guys used to make 3D games on the Spectrum. It was quite an amazing thing that they managed. There you go, Dark Side. Quite an amazing thing that they managed, I think, to achieve what they achieved with these things. Yes, they're slow. It's interesting to see these things sped up to just 7 megahertz, because it's 3.5 megahertz is the speed of the processor on a ZX Spectrum. But when you speed it up to 3.4 something or other, actually, is the more correct terminology. But once they sped it up, though, to a 7 megahertz, what a difference it makes to the game. It makes it completely a lot more playable than it was originally. I've seen Driller done this way as well, and Driller was, I think, by the same people, Incentive. Same sort of thing, but it just became they just became much more playable. But you've got to give these guys huge credit for attempting 3-dimensional imagery in such a small amount of space. I mean, they're just phenomenal amount of effort that went into it. The beauty of the fact that they actually achieved something that was okay. I say okay, and I'm not trying to be rude to it, but okay in the sense of the speed that was involved. It's just quite amazing, really. They did Ellipse as well. Eclipse as well. That was another one that they did that was out there. There's been quite a few, actually. I wonder if these guys are still around, in the sense that they went on to do something else. I wouldn't be half surprised if they didn't, weren't bought up by somebody else bigger, and still exist in some way, or at least have a history with some company for their 3-dimensional work, because this is good stuff for the time. This is very good. 1988 this was. The Commodore Amiga was attempting it. I'm sure the Atari ST was, and the hardware wasn't there yet. It would take until, I think, even the Sega Saturn wasn't really doing it, to be honest with you. I was doing it, but it wasn't this core functionality. It was 2D graphics rather than 3-dimensional graphics. It wouldn't be until PCs sort of got into it, and even Doom's a cheat, really. I would like to say Doom's 3D. It is, but it isn't. It's a cheat, sort of, with the way it creates the walls based on what you can see. It's actually a flat map, and the engine generates that 3-dimensional environment. Yeah, I guess they're the ones. They're the ones that kind of really brought 3D and sort of the approach to life initially, but oh, that's not good. Ah! No, that's not good. That didn't work. Damn you! One more go. We'll have one more try at it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and we'll go swap it over to the side. I'm not going to be trying to find that one on there as a demo tape. We will try The Last Ninja though. The Last Ninja 2 goes for a fortune that on Hit Squad actually. Saw that the other day. I was like perusing the old eBay, having a little look, and there it was. You know, the Hit Squad version of it. I was like, wow, that's quite costly, really. It's quite a chunk of change for that particular game. I was quite surprised, really. I suppose it is a good game. It is a very good game. There we go. Move the cable around there just to make it sound a little less. Whatever else is. There we go. We'll see if this loads. Fingers crossed. It might do. This time around, it might go for it. I would like to see it load. It would be nice to see it load. I mean, if it doesn't load again, what we'll do is... considering I have to go and do Gift of the Gods that way, I think we'll play ZX it as well if we have to. So if I have to put it on that way, we'll do that. Just so you get a flavour for it, you can have a little look at it, because it's worth a little look at. To be honest with you, it's definitely worth the time and the effort to have a little look at. So I will do that too. So we'll have that one, Gift of the Gods. Play ZX that one, and we'll play ZX Dark Side 2, and just so that you can see the full game running as well. Crash Magazine. It's so much more edgy, and what a great title for it. Crash. I always liked that. I always liked the Oliver is it Frey artwork that was on the front of it. There was quite a lot of that artwork. It's brilliant stuff. It was a wonderful time for artwork like that and things. And the more you digitise it, the less you've got. It's kind of this sort of argument of physical over digital kind of things that are going on. You're missing out on all of the artwork that gets preserved forever on the front of a thing. But never mind. Someday somebody will see it and go, "Ooh, that'd be nice to go back to it." I think to some extent though, vinyl's doing that. With the fact that vinyl has been reborn as a format that people love and enjoy, the fact that it's reborn in that way, I think you're going to have that beautiful artwork appearing again on these albums. That was one of the things about it. Album covers were absolutely stunning. They quite often were, especially if you went into the what you could call the metal scene or the heavy metal scene, the rock scene. They quite often had some striking and stunning sort of imagery of heavens and hells and whatever else is, and there's some really striking stuff. And Spectrum games and whatever else, those tiny little covers, which obviously they didn't paint them tiny. I know that they just reduced them down size, but they had some beautiful artwork as well. And it's just such a huge effort for the amount of artwork that was involved. It's just quite unbelievable, really. Oh. I'm looking again. I'm pensively sitting here. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for it to not work. I'm waiting for it to work. One of the two. It's the joys of the Spectrum. The joys of loading from a tape. The joys of the fact that the tape was a volume-based thing. It was loading the volume to get it to work. It's very clever, really. Are we finished? I think we're finished. We are. Welcome! Aha! Although it's in a few games, the sectors are included. Here's the complete game is massive, even bigger than Driller. Ah, right, it's after Driller then. Oh wow, $9.95. That's probably not a bad price at the time. The controls and high scores info. See the issue of Crash. No, I don't have the info from Crash. So I am going to go with Sinclair joystick just to save time, and I'm going to press enter to begin mission. And we're going to go for it. Look. So this is our little man. Can we look up? No, it's back. That's shoot. That's turning me. I'm just going to see if I can look up. I'll tell you what, we'll have a little wander though. Some buildings, some trees. There's like a big... Let's have a look at that thing. That looks cool. What's that? Look at the sectors and things like that. Isn't that cool? I mean, remember this is like a teeny little not very powerful little machine. And we're busy, we're doing what we're doing here. There's a building over here. Let's go have a look at the building. It's quite amazing, really. What they were actually capable of doing within this teeny little environment. Can I go in there? No. Oh, it's worth a try. Let's go around here. Oh, don't want to bang into the building. Banging into the building is bad, it seems. I think I can fall off the edge as well. No, I can't. Goodness for that. Wow. So they gave you the sense of 3D with the way that the things were laid out. It was very clever at the time. Let's have a look at this machine here. There seems to be something here. What's this? Oh, gosh, what am I getting attacked by? Shield out. Am I dead? Oh, that thing got me. Beep. Nuke the world. Game over. That's quite good, really, though. I mean, I think what you're looking at here is, I mean, I'm not giving you the full story, but what you're looking at here is, it's a tank. Oh, that's why I got killed earlier. It's like a tank thing. Oh well, that's cool. No, but you've got to look at it with the, and sometimes I watched something recently. And somebody suggested, the rose tinted glasses, blah 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 blah. Some of the stuff we played in the past was garbage. It was terrible. Whatever else it is, yeah. But it might have, in your opinion, it might have been garbage. But to be fair, some of this stuff was, some of this lit our imaginations as kids. These were the. Oh look, it's a little demo. You can move the cursor around independently. That would have been handy to know earlier. Wow. It's given a full demo as well. It's kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, but it charged our imaginations. It got us. It got us into gaming. It got us into computing. It did lots of brilliant things that were quite nice as a child. They were good. And nostalgia wise, yeah, some of the games I play, nostalgia goes. You go, it's not that good, but some of them are good. Some of them are bad. It just seems a bit of a shame to completely roast it. Now, I used to be one of the people who would have said previously about first generation 3D graphics that they were pretty poor. But you got to remember there were limitations. The technology was there. There was a lot of limitations. On the original PlayStation 1, I managed to pick one of those up recently for next to no money at all in a charity shop that was just literally in a box. It was covered in grease, dirt and horrible things. I picked it up and they gave it to me for that. They basically gave it away. And I was quite surprised when I got it home, cleaned it all up, that it actually worked. And then I played a game that I hadn't played for years. I put in this game called V-Rally. It's an arcade rallying game, kind of akin to Sega Rally, but probably not quite as good. And I put it in, and I actually buzzed around the whole thing, and I played through the entire beginner section of the game, which is a number of tracks and number of levels. And it was clunky, and it was uncomfortable, and it played fine, and I quite enjoyed it. The graphics were kind of jarring in the sense of how they looked, but they were no more jarring than what we're looking at necessarily here. And I think this is quite nice, the graphics there. We've got a ninja in the bottom, we've got his power bars, the Statue of Liberty with a very strange looking face. But we know it's the Statue of Liberty and the other bits and pieces. And the graphics worked fine, realistically. And I think that you shouldn't really... You need to play it again, and yeah, things will go back and you'll go, yeah, that wasn't as good as I remember it being. But give it a second. Don't just give it that first 5 minutes or sort of, or 2 minutes worth of playing, and then put down the controller. Give it a few more minutes, and you'll remember what you liked about it and what you enjoyed about it. We really need to do that more. Give it a little bit of time to explain what's good about it. Somebody I saw recently was doing something on contexts of games, and games only work really well when you've got context for them. So you can enjoy a game better when somebody explains a little bit about how it works. I mean, obviously some games, the mechanics are very obvious. Arcade games are designed with obvious mechanics, but learning about a more modern game or role-playing game with no background to it and just dumped in front of it without reading the manual or whatever else it is, without sort of tutorials, can be quite frustrating for some people. And it's nice to be shown or somebody else, to learn together almost with games. And I think that's the other thing as well. So there is some mileage in retro gaming. It's a lovely thing, and I know it's very popular at the moment, and I'm quite sure that we've got the PC Engine March, we have the Evercade, which you'll have to look up if you want to know what it is. Evercade is kind of like a handheld that goes on the telly, which has licensed arcade games by certain suppliers. I think Konami's making it, actually. It just made me make it a little bit more interesting. I think they're the people sort of publishing the whole thing. And it's just... I don't know, it's just worth having a little look at. I mean, these are the things that are coming out, and these mini things are really, bringing people back to it. I mean, but the ultimate way of doing it, I mean, if you want to do the ultimate emulation way is probably just to get a Raspberry Pi and go from there. That's probably the easiest way, but but it's still good. It's all good. We got to keep playing, and we've got to keep having fun with these things. Otherwise, they'll disappear forever, and nobody will remember The Last Ninja 2 in another 10 years. Or 20 years. I mean, it's been around now for... This game's 31 years old. As of speaking now. It's not bad. Not bad for 31. Right, joystick. I'll see if I can do this. Right, okay. So, this is our little ninja here. Oh, and I can't move. There's his punching. This was really good at the time. Oh, it's a view. Punch him! I've got weapons in my hand. Look, I'm using things. I've got to punch him though. I've got to work out how to punch him. I'm running out of strength. That's the music. Don't want the music. Go away with music. I've held it. Push pause. Oh, come on. I've unpaused it. I've got a chicken in my hand and I've been punched till I've died. And look at these things in my hands. It's cool. I don't even know the controls. I'm doing very badly here. The Last Ninja 2. I can't remember the controls, and I'm just getting pounded. Well, I can find the hold button. I can swap weapons. I thought I would be able to fight with the joystick. Let's try the joystick again. Oh, got it. Joystick. Boom, boom. Take that in the head. Smack, smack. Poke him in the thingies. There we go. We got him. And he's killed me again. I'm really rubbish. That's it. Smack, 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 smack. That's his power on the other side of the bar. Yes. Got him. Right. Oh, his power's going back up again, though. How do we move, though? I can't move. I've got my static fighting on, and I can't move. I will have to... Oh, it's a police officer? Do you know how I know it's a police officer? I can see his hat. Look at the graphics on this, though. This is quite amazing for what it is. There's a drugstore with a police car and all the other bits and pieces there. And I'm ninja in it, just right here, right now. Kicking him in the... Pow! I'll get my nunchucks out. Lethal weapons. Punching him in the face. Go on. Get a bit of that. Excellent. Wow. I think I'm doing well now. I'm smashing him in the face enough that I'm going to knock him out. I haven't killed him though. Right, what's the move? I can keep on changing weapons to my heart's content. What's that? Dynamite. Let's put some dynamite on him. I'm using nothing now. Right. Oh, he's up. He's up again. Punch him, punch him, punch him. Kick him. I'm kicking him. Oh, look at the views. Lovely, isn't it? I can't remember what you meant to do in The Last Ninja, to be honest with you. And to be fair, I can't seem to make the character move, even though I'm on the joystick there. It doesn't seem to be shifting at all in any way, shape or form, which is no good at all. If you ask me, it's really useless to be able to do that. Oh, microphone thing's just gone a bit funny. Right, okay then, fair enough. Right, I'm going to leave that one there, and we're going to come back in a second with Gift from the Gods, the one that we were going to start with, the one we were going to have a little look at first. So I'll be back in a second, and you can see Gift from the Gods. But yeah, Last Ninja 2, definitely worth some time, definitely worth looking at. Really good, impressive graphics, beautiful stuff at the end of the day. Right, back in a second. Right, I'm back. And I'm back with Gift from the Gods. So it does loot from lovely from MMC. So, right, we've got an interface 2, so that should be Sinclair. Let's give it a go. So here we go. So here's our little man with his stamina. And we can fly. And it says cracked by, because it's obviously cracked by Fred. I wonder if that's the same Fred as from earlier. Here's our little man. Now, we fly about... And I'm not entirely sure what we're trying to do. We're trying to save some gods, I think. I think we can collect that, can we? No, we can't collect that. Oh, something to follow, though. That looks like something to follow, doesn't it? Should we follow that? Oh, it says go through that gate. I didn't know that. Right, so if we turn that way, we walk through the gate. Ooh, Apollo sends you... his warning. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce that at all. I'm not even going to close. Has stolen the Guardian shape. So he's stolen that thing over here. So we've got these ones that are there, that are still here, but he has stolen the Guardian shape. So we have to find the Guardian shape, wherever that is, and then bring it back to here. So as I said before, this is kind of one of them games where you want to map it, or you feel like you should map it. I'm gonna... Oh, I picked up a Guardian. Hang on, I don't want to pick that up. Do I? Oh, I've picked something up now. Oh, I've got a sword! Hang on, I've picked that up and I've now got a sword. That's useful. I didn't remember having a sword earlier. Oh, mashed my head though. Look at the levels though. Really well designed. It's really beautiful. I've got my sort of speedy boots on. Look. Young boots. Yeah. Oh, I slipped off. What an idiot. Let's go through that gate. Ooh. What can I do with these? I've swapped it. I've swapped one of the Guardian things. Can I do something now? Have I still got my sword? No, yes. I swapped that for one of the items. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. It's definitely one of these ones you need to map. And you see how it's like multifaceted bits where you disappear down bits and pieces. That's a definite no-go through that wall. And this will be a no-go through this wall. So you need a big map for this. Yeah, that's a bash my head on that wall. I want something to kill, though. I haven't found anything to kill yet. We need to kill something, don't we? Oh, look! That looks like the gates to the farmyard or something similar, so there must be some sheep to kill or something. Maybe. Don't know. I'm going to have a little whiz across here and drop down here. I'm just having a little sort of look around. Graphically, it's stunning though. It looks really good. We got a lot of. Ow, ow! Poked in the foot. Oh, I can't. I'm flying into things. That's why I keep getting hurt. Should have flown over that, shouldn't I? Really, instead of flying into it. Continuing my plunge into the whole thing. There's some gates again. I don't know if it's the same gates I came through. Let's go on through. Oh, look! I'm just swapping things around for fun. Just taking those things. So there's something about those that are important. I'm not sure what the... whether... Yeah. Not sure what the significance of those things are. Again, it's really hard to play when you haven't read the instructions for ages. I'm sure I've got the instructions actually in the original game. Here we go. Running out of stamina. One thing I do remember very much about playing Gift for the Gods is wandering around a lot, looking for something to kill. I do remember that. I do remember that we used to spend a lot of time going, is there anything we can actually kill? There's a spider. Come on, spider. Let's party. I've got my sword, and you can get... Look at that! Stabbed the spider. Oh, look at that! Got a spider. About time. Took ages to find something to kill. I don't even think I killed it, though. It just disappeared up the level, didn't it? A lot of gates to go lots of different locations. There's some... What is it about these? There's something about them. I've just dropped something else random on that one. A lot of things to be carrying about. That's no-go wall. Ah! There's some statue things on the corner of that. Oh, look at that! What a waste! There's somebody's got a lot of trouble to make a lovely character there, and you can't see him because he's half in one wall, half in the other. What a shame! Quite like to have seen what that statue looked like. Let's go this way and have a little look. I think I'm just wandering randomly here. It does look nice though on the Spectrum. We've got to admit it does look nice. Bottom floor. Headache given. So crashed him at the edge of it. Smashed his head open. I'm going to keep going down. It's got to be Hades if you go down far enough. Hurting myself doing that as well. That's a shame. And there's another one of them statues which we can't see all of because it's half on one level and half on the other. And I'm going to fly down this time round, so we don't do any more damage. I've not got much stamina left. I don't think I'm going to last much longer. There's some water being dropped. I'm assuming that hurts you. Oh, it's a gate. I'm going to go through the gate. I've gone through the gate. We're into the... Oh, somebody's got in trouble with not making the clash work. Look. It doesn't clash with it. Very good. Well done. Oh... Long fall, 2 stamina left, haven't got much stamina left. It's all gone wrong. My gift from the gods is death. Look, I'm going to get zapped by Zeus or something similar. Alas! Oh no, I knew him. Fred's hacked this, and Fred's put loads of Fred in here. I knew him, Fred. It wasn't Fred. It was somebody else. Press fire to play again. Nah, we're going to leave it there. Anyway, I've been your host, Real Unite Demon. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe. Have a happy new year. Make some good resolutions. Have fun. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.